Yeah, students. So today, right now, we are going to solve a problem based on the Hooke's joint. So this is a numerical. So determine the maximum permissible angle between the shaft axis of a universal joint. Now, what is the meaning of this is, see, you have an input shaft, which is driver, right? And you have an output shaft, which is driven. Usually the driven shaft is like this, for example. Okay, so you have to find out the maximum permissible angle between the shaft axis. Where is the shaft axis? Let's take this. So see this one versus this one. So whatever angle you see here between the shafts, this line and this line, just extend the line of the shafts, and usually you call shaft axis, shaft angle as alpha, right? So you call it alpha. You call it alpha. This is the driver shaft, and this is the driven shaft, and the angle between them is alpha, right? So now this is asked, what is alpha? Question mark. Fine. The angle between, yes. And now the driving shaft rotates at 800 rpm. So rpm is given n1. A driving shaft you called n1, 800 rpm, and total fluctuation of speed does not exceed 660 rpm. So total fluctuation of speed is maximum minus minimum, right? Total fluctuation is this one, rpm. Also find maximum and minimum speeds of driven shaft. So maximum means n2 max is how much? N2 minimum is how much? And here you can see this is actually N2 max minus N2 minimum, because driven shaft only is varying in speeds. Driving shaft is not varying. Done. So for each and every problem, you have to recall these things, which I'm going to write right now. For each and every problem, if you are able to recall these things, then there is no chance of making any mistakes. So recall these things, like omega 2 is equal to omega 1 multiplied by cos alpha divided by 1 minus cos square theta sin square alpha. So this is the first one which you should remember. And the next one is omega 2 maximum is equal to cos alpha divided by, sorry, it is omega 1 divided by cos alpha. Then the next formula, omega 2 minimum is equal to omega 1 multiplied by cos alpha. Then the next formula is omega 2 maximum minus omega 2 minimum divided by omega mean. This is the variation which you see is equal to into 100 is equal to the variation, or you can say that maximum fluctuation with respect to mean position. Okay, so in this case, if you see the, you can see this is the maximum fluctuation of speed. Just remember this formula, it's more than enough, right? This is percentage fluctuation of speed with respect to mean position, with respect to mean position. Okay, so this is another formula which you should remember. And then another formula just now we have derived in the previous lecture, which is you can differentiate it and you can find out alpha and all. For this problem point of view, this data always should be remembered. So I'll just put it in a box. So this data should always be remembered. Along with this, even if you remember the angular positions, angular velocity, which is alpha, is equal to, we have derived minus omega 1 cos square omega 1 square cos alpha sin 2 theta sin square alpha divided by 1 minus cos square theta sin square alpha whole square. So these things, if you are able to remember, and the lastly, for maximum alpha max or minimum is equal to 2 sin square alpha by 2 minus sine square alpha. So if you are able to remember all these formulas, so we can solve any problem relating to this Hooke's joint. So now let's solve this problem. Yes, N2 max minus N2 minimum is given. So these things also can be written. See, instead of omega 2, omega 1, whenever you have these two in the same formula, like in a single formula, you have omega 2 and omega 1, you can replace it with N2 and N1. Okay. We can replace only if there is ratio. Okay. Remember, only if you have ratio omega 1 by omega 2 by omega 1 is equal to N2 by N1. You can replace it anytime. Okay. No need to convert it. So right now I can right away write down. I can see an equation here, right? N2 max minus N2 minimum. So check over here, N2 max minus N2 minimum, right? By omega mean. I think it's very clearly visible over here. What can I do? What can be done over here is that we can right away write down N2 max minus N2 minimum by N mean can be written as in this format, right? So N2 max minus N2 minimum is 60. Just N2 max, what is the value of N2 max? You can check it over here. N2 max is omega 2 max is omega 1 by cos alpha, right? Just to, I'll make a small derivation here. N2 max is N1 divided by cos alpha. Yes. Minimum is N1 cos alpha divided by mean is like omega 1, right? Equal to omega 1 itself. It means equal to N1 itself. So from this, I can write down N1 gets cancelled. So 1 minus cos square alpha divided by cos alpha, right? Is it correct? 1 by cos alpha minus, yes. Yes, this is the thing. So this is what we got from this. So this is equal to what? N2 max minus N2 minimum divided by N mean or N1, right? So now what I'm going to do is already N2 max minus N2 minimum is given as 60 RPM and N mean is equal to N1, right? N1, what is N1? Already given as 800 RPM. So here also I'm going to substitute as 800 RPM and then I'm going to get 1 minus cos square alpha divided by cos alpha. You just do the calculation and do a substitution. You are going to get the form as like cos square alpha plus 0.075 cos alpha is equal to 1. This is what we are going to get. Okay, just do the calculations like okay, 60 by 800, 60 divided by 800 is equal to 0.075, right? So this value is 0.075. You can just cross multiply the cos alpha on the numerator and then bring the cos square alpha to the RHS. You are going to get this equation. I'm going to repeatedly write this and then we'll solve the value for alpha. Okay, so I'm going to get cos square alpha plus 0.075 cos alpha is equal to 1. Okay, here I'm going to give you a good method to solve this equation for alpha. So this looks like, this format looks like, it's like a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? So I can say this, I can write that x square, let's say that this is x square plus 2 times a is x, b is y, right? Plus y square is equal to, let's say it is 1 plus y square, because y square we are going to add on both the sides, okay, so that the equation does not change. So what is x? Okay, cos alpha. So this x is this cos alpha. So 2y is equal to this one. Just write down this way. 2y is equal to 0. Once you understand this, you will feel it very simple, right? So y is what? Y value I'm going to find out as, yes, it is 0.0375. 0.0375. So now what I'm going to do it, I can write this down as a plus b whole square, right? So this equation can be written as x plus y whole square. So that way easily we can solve it. So I can write down, see right away I'm writing cos square alpha plus 2 times, what is A value? A value is X means cos alpha. What is B value? B value is Y, right? Y. So Y is 0.0375, right? 2AB plus B square. What is B square? 0.0375. This is B, or I can say Y value. Sorry, B value. So this square is equal to 1 plus, what is Y? 0.0375 whole square. So this way if we solve it, I can right away write down cos alpha is A plus, what is B over here? 2AB, right? 0.0375 whole square. So this is A plus B whole square is equal to 1 plus, to just equate it, means to make it balanced, we are going to do this. So from here, right away, I can easily solve, put these values, send the square root over there, or squaring on, and then send 0.375 on the RHS side. So you are going to get, from that, you are going to get alpha is equal to 17.96, sorry, 15.6 degrees. Alpha you are going to get 15.6 degrees. You can cross check it, 15.6 degrees. So first question is solved. We got alpha value. Yes, just we'll go to the question. Alpha value we got, and then we are asked for N2 max and N2 minimum. So N2 max and N2 minimum. So what is N2 max? N2 max is N1 multiplied by cos alpha, right? This is the maximum value. No, sorry, N1 divided by cos alpha, maximum value. So N1 is already given as 800 RPM. So 800 divided by cos of 15.6 degrees, you will get, just calculate it, divided by cos of 15.6 degrees as 830 RPM. 830.59 RPM is maximum value. So N2 minimum, we already have these formulas from the previous case. We have put it in the box. Just multiply it with cos alpha. So multiply cos of 15.6. So it is equal to 770.53 RPM. So everything in terms of RPM we got. This is minimum value, this is maximum value. And which is the mean value? Mean value is 800 RPM, which is already given in the question itself. So we solve this problem. And this you can solve this quadratic equation as however you want, which you can see here. I have solved it in this method. If you feel some other method is easier, you can follow that method. Okay. So thank you, and we will do one more problem. I have a question which covers most of the things which we learned till now. So we all know that we have to remember few formulas, right? Those formulas are already mentioned previously. So we'll make use of the same formulas. Okay. A Hooke's joint connects two shafts whose axes intersect at 25 degrees. It means alpha is given as 25 degrees. What will be the angle turned by driving shaft? So driving shaft is going to turn an angle, right? Means theta is asked. What is theta? When the first question is velocity ratio is maximum. So velocity ratio is maximum means velocity ratio means omega 2 by omega 1. So he wants it to be maximum. Maximum. So I think we already know the formula, right? So for this, omega 2 max is equal to omega 1 divided by cos alpha. Alpha is already given, right? Yes. So from this you can find out, if omega 1 is given, you can find out omega 2 max, right? But what are the different things which we already know? Basic formula for this, basic formula is omega 2, because theta is asked, right? Here there is no theta in this formula. So basic formula is omega 2 is equal to omega 1 into cos alpha by 1 minus cos square theta sin square alpha. So from this equation, what will the theta be for omega 2 to be maximum? Already discussed in previous lecture in the derivation itself. So the derivation, we saw that denominator for omega 2 to be maximum, denominator should be minimum, right? So for the denominator to be minimum, so 1 minus, so this cos should be maximum, cos term. So when is cos term maximum? When theta is equal to from here, because this should be maximum, right? 1 minus maximum value will give you minimum value in the denominator. So theta should be equal to either 0 degrees, right? So yeah, theta is maximum at 0 degrees. Yes. So theta is maximum at 180 degrees because it's squared, right? Yes. What are the two different angles? Theta omega 2 is maximum for 0 degrees and 180 degrees, right? Because they are same values, right? At 0 also it is 1, at 180 it is -1. So cos square will be like -1 square, right? It will be again 1. So this is for omega 2 maximum. Theta should be like first it means what this is driving shaft, this is a driven shaft. Okay, so this driving shaft should rotate for first at 0 degrees, omega 2 is maximum, it means the beginning, and at 180 degrees also the driven shaft means omega 2 will be maximum. So omega 2 here, omega 1 here, right? So at 0 degrees of turn of this, at 0 degrees of turn of omega first driving shaft, you will have maximum here, right? This maximum at theta is equal to 0, it means the driving shaft you have to check, theta is equal to 180. Okay, and now minimum also is asked. See, maximum is done. What is theta value? You got the theta values. Minimum, so minimum is whenever the denominator is maximum, right? So when will the denominator be maximum? When this cos square theta will be minimum, right? 1 minus minimum value will give you maximum value. So omega 2 minimum is when cos square theta should be minimum, right? So cos square theta minimum means I have two values, right? So theta is equal to 90 degrees because cos value is 0, as well as just add 180 to this, you will get 270. So every 180 degrees, it will repeat the value cos theta. Every 180 degrees, cos theta repeats value. So at 90 and 270. Done. So this is the minimum. It means when theta is turned at 90 degrees, you will have minimum of omega 2, and you will have at theta is equal to 270 also, you'll have minimum value of omega 2. So this also problem is solved, minimum. Now next case we have to check is for here, unity. When velocity ratio is unity. When is the velocity ratio unity? Omega 2 by omega 1 should be equal to 1. We have derived that equation also, and we have got an expression where it states that tan theta is equal to plus or minus under root of cos alpha. So is this the equation or the relation? Yes, this is the relation, right? Already derived. So now how many values I'm going to get? I am going to get a total of 4 values, in positive 2 values, in negative 2 values, right? So how do you satisfy this? Just to substitute alpha, in alpha's place substitute 25 degrees, and you are going to get the answers. So let me do the calculation for you people. So it is under root of cos 25 degrees. So I got this answer as tan theta is equal to plus or minus 0.952. So now what is tan theta? I'm going to explain a small logic and concept here so that you won't get confused anytime in future also. Okay. So what is tan theta? Let me do it in the first quadrant. Let me do the tan theta in the first quadrant. See, for example, for suppose this is your theta. So what is tan theta? Opposite side by adjacent side, right? So now x is x and y. So x is positive, y is positive. So positive tan theta you will get over here value, and another positive to tan theta you will get over here. You can check it. How the same values, exact values. I can take this adjacent side same on this side, right? I can take opposite side same on this side. So this will be your opposite side, same length I will take. opposite, adjacent. Let's give it names, right? So that we won't get confused. So let's say that adjacent side is your value of, let's take the same values like opposite by adjacent, right? So x by y ratio. Let's take this is x value, this is y value, right? Some y value. So here also opposite will be y value and this will be your x value. So now here adjacent is negative, opposite also is negative, right? So y is negative, x is also negative. Here also you'll get a positive value. Overall tan theta positive. It means two values you're going to get in this format. Okay. So let's see for positive. First, I'm going to check for positive values. So for positive values of tan theta. So first, tan theta is equal to 0.952. It's a positive value, right? So tan inverse, theta is tan inverse. So let's do tan inverse 0.952, which will give you 43.59 degrees. So theta is equal to 43.59 degrees. So here I got theta is equal to 43.59, right? So what is here? Here also it is 43.59. 43.59. So how will I get the total angle? Total angle means with respect to the positive x, I need to check this angle, right? So it is like, I can check it as 180 plus 43, right? 180 plus, so the next angle. So theta 1, let's take theta 1. So theta 2 is equal to 43.59 plus 180 degrees, right? So just add 180 degrees. We are going to get 2, sorry, 2, theta 2, 223.59 degrees. It means theta is, here the condition is what? Omega 1, omega 2 by omega 1 is equal to unity. For this condition, it means the angular velocities ratios are same. Whatever speed is in the driving shaft will be the same in driven shaft. At what angle? 43.59 degrees. Driver and driven shaft will have same angular velocity. 223.59 degrees of rotation of driving shaft, you will have omega 1 is angular velocity of driving and angular velocity of driven also same. Okay. And something else also we can see for negative value now. For a negative values of the same thing, okay, the same tan. So negative value, how are you going to get? See, if I take, like I took previously, the same value like this 43.59 degrees here, it means the length of x. It means here in the main diagram also, if you see, I'll just put it in the dotted manner, done with the yellow ink. So if I take one angle over here with the same height, which you see in the first quadrant, this height and this length on the x-axis, you're going to get same angle 43.59 degrees, right? Over here. Yes. So it is also same tan value, right? Same tan value, but negative, because x is negative, y is positive. So I'm going to get minus 0.952. So for tan theta is equal to, here one place is over, next minus 0.952. When I'm going to get, so graphically I'm explaining, right? So I'm going to get whenever it is from the positive, so this is the angle. So it is 180 minus 43.59. Just check. 180 minus 43.59 is equal to 136. So the angle is 136.41. So theta 3 is 136.41 degrees, right? And now, similarly, I can take on the fourth quadrant also, same length and same height, right? We have not taken till now. So this is also a negative angle, right? Like you can say x is positive, y is negative, so negative value. So theta 4 is equal to, I think right away you can directly see that it is 360 minus, total is 360. From here I have to check, right? The angle should be checked from positive x-axis, right? So I have to check from here until here. So this is 43.59. So if I check from here, it's 360 minus 43.59. So 360 minus 43.59 will give you 316.41 degrees. So these are the 4 theta values for which you will have the driven axis angular velocity as same as driving. See, once more I will just give you a summary. See, this is driver, this is driven. Okay. And the driver is going with omega 1, driven is going with omega 2. Now, when the theta is 43.59, omega 1 will be equal to omega 2. It means driver and driven will have the same speed. When angle is 136.41, driver and driven will have same speed. When 223, driver driven having same speed. When 316 degrees of theta, means the driver is rotating 360 degrees, then 2, omega 1 and omega 2 will be same. So I hope the first case of the problem is very clear to each and every person. And we'll go to the next case now. Acceleration of a driven shaft is maximum, comma, minimum, and 0. So we have condition for maximum acceleration, right? So alpha maximum or alpha minimum, we have conditions, right? So what is the condition? The condition is cos 2 theta is equal to 2 sine square alpha by 2 minus sine square alpha. What is the alpha value? The alpha value is 25 degrees. So I'm going to do the calculation right now. So it is 2 into sine square alpha by 2 minus sine square alpha. We are going to do this. So we found that theta value, so cos 2 theta value as cos 2 theta is equal to 0.196. From here we found 2 theta value as 78.42 degrees. And theta is, we got few values of theta. So first value will be like 39.21 degrees. Done. 39.21 degrees. Now, as we have already calculated previously, right? Same, use that methodology to find out all the different values of this theta values. Okay, so I'm going to get 39.21, comma 140.39. Just add like 39.21, and then you can subtract from 180 degrees, and then you can 360. You can add three. You can subtract from 360 degrees. You are going to get one value like 320.39, and so on, like 219.21. It means you in 4 quadrants you'll get different values, right? So this is what first quadrant value 39.21, and then you are going to get in the opposite side also this angle. This angle will be one on the opposite side. You are going to get what is the value like 219.21, and then you are going to get here 320. Means for same values, right? You are going to get, but some are positive, some are negative. And here total 320. This is the total angle, total angles. Okay, this total angle is what? 140.39. So this way you're going to get all the 4 values. Fine. And here also the total angles. Now you got theta values, well and good. But what is the question actually? Is it to find out just the theta values? So the question is, acceleration of a driven shaft is maximum, minimum, and 0. So you have to find out the theta value, right? The theta value. So the angle turned by the driven shaft when, this is the first condition. This is it. So you need to find out theta values for maximum, minimum acceleration and all. So when, how can I find out now, right now? How can I find out? I have all the theta values, but when is it maximum? When is it minimum? Those things we don't know. So for that, you have to go to the basic equation, which we have already derived. So we have derived a basic equation for alpha, right? What is it? Alpha is equal to minus omega 1 square and cos alpha sine 2 alpha sine 2 theta sine square alpha divided by 1 minus cos square theta sine square alpha. So this is the equation, right? So now from this equation, now what are the different things we need to check is alpha is constant everywhere, right? So when is alpha maximum? When is the alpha value maximum? So alpha value is maximum whenever you have negative symbol on the top. So the here sine 2 theta, whatever you see over here, sine 2 theta should be negative, right? Sine 2 theta should be negative. So negative into negative will be positive, which will give you the maximum for alpha max. So when is sine 2 theta negative? So just substitute here in the values of theta, you can substitute 2 theta. So you'll get first value as just add, multiply it or double it. I'll just double it and give you the values with my calculator. Just give me some time. So we are going to double it like, okay, 39 already doubled up. So here 2 theta, right? 2 theta, sine 2 theta should be negative. So it is 78.42. Okay, it's in first quadrant. Okay, not, then where is 140? 140 into 2 will give you like about 280, right? 280 plus something. So 280 is somewhere in this quadrant. So in this quadrant is sine negative. Yes. In this quadrant is sine negative, all silver tea cups. Yes, sine is negative. So here I can see that sine is negative here in 140 degrees. Similarly, you can check for remaining values also. You can see that for 219 it is positive. For 320 it's negative. It means double angles. You have to double it. 320 double. If you double 320, 320 is somewhere here. If you double it, it becomes 740. Sorry, 2 times, right? So you get the value, and that value you have to check for, is it negative or positive? Okay, so that way you can easily solve this. This is also positive. So now negative in 2 angles. So I can say that alpha is maximum when theta is equal to 140.39 and theta is equal to 320.39. Okay, and now when is alpha minimum? Whenever you see the negative value, minimum means it is deceleration. Alpha is negative. So when is alpha negative? Here you already have minus, minus into, here you have to have a positive value instead of negative. So here I need to have positive value for alpha minimum. So when is positive? Sine 2 theta is positive when these two angles already mentioned. So alpha minimum or deceleration when theta is equal to 39.21 degrees and theta is equal to 219.21 degrees. So you got here alpha maximum, alpha minimum. So the meaning is it has maximum acceleration when driving shaft is rotating for 140.39 degrees and 320.39 degrees, and angular acceleration is minimum for when the angle is rotating for 39.21 degrees and angle is rotating for 219.21 degrees. The next question we have seen is, see, we have even solved these conditions. Maximum, minimum is done, and now zero. When is the acceleration of driven shaft zero? Right? At what angle? So we'll go to the again to the equation which we already have written here. You can see the equation. Alpha is equal to, I'll rewrite it, minus omega 1 square. Sorry, I forgot to write this square over here in the denominator. So cos alpha sine 2 theta sine square alpha divided by 1 minus cos square theta sine square alpha whole square. Okay, this is the equation. So when do you think that alpha is 0? Whenever, see, these are all constants. You can't make it. Alpha cannot be 0, right? You can only do that this one can be equal to 0, right? For acceleration to be 0, I can simply say that sine 2 theta should be equal to 0. Or when is sine 2 theta value is equal to 0? Whenever theta is 0, right? Yes, I can say that sine 2 theta should be equal to 0 for alpha to be equal to 0. It means if 0 multiplied by anything is 0, right? So I can say that 2 theta equal to 0. Angle is 0, right? Sine 0 is 0. So theta is equal to what? Again 0. Just cross multiply it down. Now, how many values will get for this one? How many values can we get for this case is, so when now consider sine 2 theta means put 0 in 2 theta place over here, put theta equal to 0, you are going to get, yeah, 0 sine, you will get the end equation like sine 0 degrees will be equal to 0, right? Put theta equal to 90, so sine 180 degrees also equal to 0, right? Yes, and then put theta is equal to, you can put it as the next values whatever, like 0, 180, then again you have 360 also, right? Yes, sine 360 degrees also equal to 0. Sine 360 plus 180, what is it? 360 plus 180 is 0 and is it 540 degrees? Yes, please check it. So what are the theta values here? What are the different theta values here? What are the different theta values over here? So just 2 theta is equal to 0, right? So theta equal to 0, first value. And 2 theta equal to 180. So theta equal to 90 degrees. So 2 theta is 360. 360 by 2. What is it? 360 by 2 is 150, 155, right? 150 is the, sorry. What is this, man? So just 2, 360 by 2. Sorry for the delay. 18, you are going to get 180 degrees. Then 520 by 2. 540, sorry, 540 divided by 2. 270 degrees. So at these angles, 0, 90, 180, and 270, you are going to get the acceleration of 0. I think you can notice something. These values are similar to 0, 180. Where can you see these values? Yeah, 0, 180, 90, 270, right? It means omega 2 max and omega 2 minimum. So at these values, you get alpha angular acceleration as 0, angular acceleration of driven shaft to be 0, right? Angular acceleration of driven shaft is 0 when, yes, whenever the acceleration is 0, it means whenever the alpha, see you have maximum velocity, right? After that, it has to decrease, right? So that is the value where the sign changes. It means from maximum, it means from one position, it has to go to other position. It means their alpha should be equal to 0. Whenever it's minimum also, it will change its sign, right? It's something like change in angular position. If you take this example of a simple pendulum type of thing. So here, for example, here you have some maximum value. So it's going to change its sign, right? So at this position, few values will be equal to 0. Right, at this position also it's the same thing, it will be equal to 0 whenever the vector is changing its sign. So it's that type of logic which we are going to we can right away, means directly also by looking at these values you can say, or if you don't know that logic, if you are not able to understand that logic, through this explanation also you can find out the angle at which acceleration will be equal to, angular acceleration will be equal to 0. Okay, hope that you understood this problem clearly. Thank you.